Hey y'all, Irix Guy here, and I want to take a moment to post a Rheem Tankless water heater initial impressions video. Now, before I continue, I want to let you know I've been using this Rheem Tankless water heater for a few days now. This is the natural gas Rheem Tankless water heater, and you can expand this video's description and then click the link there to find where to order it online. This is either the 9 or 9.5 gallon. It's the one that I've linked within this video's description, but you can find other sizes as well. This particular one does have the integrated Wi-Fi, and that's important, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit more depth here in a moment. So my initial impressions regarding the Rheem Tankless water heater, well, number one, I mean, visually, wow, you know, just look at how small that is. Now, I've mounted it in a basement. I think this unit may be able to be mounted outdoors as well. But if you have the option to mount in a basement where it can be properly vented, and you've got access to gas, to your natural gas connection, you're probably going to want to mount it indoors. Anything that's outside typically tends to, let's just say, wear out more quickly because of the elements outside. I mean, the basement's a controlled temperature environment. But man, this thing is amazing. You know, number one, I didn't replace one tank water heater, but I replaced 2 tank water heaters. So this little bitty unit is able to accomplish everything that I did previously with 2 tank water heaters. Because this is more energy efficient than just one tank water heater, now I'm really going to see an energy reduction for gas consumption, because instead of having 2 tank water heaters, I've now got 1 tankless water heater. This is cool because it only turns on to heat the water if you turn on a faucet. So that's a sink, kitchen sink, bathroom sink, shower. You know, you turn on hot water, this will start to heat. But like right now, it's not heating because there's no sink with hot water running. So it's very energy efficient. You know, unlike a tank water heater where you've got that little heating thing running all the time, this is only heating water on demand. So from a cost savings perspective, it's great. Now, one of the things I really like, and I'm going to pull it out right now and pop it up on the screen. So this is one of the things I really like. You can see there's the water temperature. This is called the Rheem EcoNet app. Now, I've got a separate video where I show you step-by-step how to pair it. So subscribe to my channel and check out that video, and you can see how to set it up. But what's so cool about this app, and I can go as high as 140 degrees. I left it on 130 because for me, that's the optimal temperature. It's very hot, but it's perfect because in my shower, you know, using the standard shower control knob, and in the sink, you know, standard sink knob and all that, I can get the desired temperature, whether I want it really hot for washing dishes or just kind of hot. So 130 is my sweet spot. This water heater I can take all the way to 140 degrees. Now by default, and check out my separate video where I show you how to increase it, but by default it's going to probably top out at 120 degrees. This particular unit can go as hot as 140 degrees. So the ability to control the water temperature setting within the app without having to go to my basement and push the up and down temperature is super convenient. Especially if you mounted it somewhere that, you know, there may be spiders and snakes, and it's not an optimal place to go in and out of. My basement's fairly clean, although I do have brown recluse spiders down here. So with that, you know, I try to avoid being down here unless I'm filming an important video like this one, or I'm putting eyes on my Rheem Tankless water heater to admire its beauty. But you've got the ability to change the temperature of the water through the app. There's a scheduling feature which I don't use. I'm using this as on demand. I mean, when the faucet turns on, it heats it up. I've got hot water until I turn the faucet off. Speaking of that, one of the cool features about this, you're in the kitchen sink, you're washing a dish with hot water. You turn the water off while you put the dish in the pantry. 1 minute and 30 seconds passes. You turn the hot water back on, the hot water's already there. Because this thing has a feature to where it'll keep the water hot for up to 5 minutes after after using the hot water. Now let's see. I'm going to start my recording again here because there's another cool feature within the EcoNet app, which is usage. So you go to usage and you can select daily, weekly. See, here's weekly, monthly, and yearly. Now at the time of filming this video, with this being an initial impressions video, you know, as I mentioned, I had this installed for a few days, but you can see here I've used 322 kBTU units of energy this week, and I can sort day by day. I can see the energy consumption. So that's nice, having that visibility. At the time of filming this video, there is not a subscription fee to use EcoNet app. It's free, which is awesome. And then I can click energy consumption. I can go to water consumption, and I can see how much water I've used. How cool is that? I've used 420 gallons of water, and I can break it down by day. So I can see that on Friday, wow, 120 gallons. But on Tuesday, 59 gallons, Thursday, 85 gallons, and today so far only 40 gallons. So it gives me a real-time view of the of the water consumption. So I mean, there's other features in the app, but that's just, I mean, those features in themselves are pretty neat, because just being able to adjust the temperature from anywhere I've got an internet connection, thanks to the EcoNet app. This is connected to my home's Wi-Fi, and you know, that's a nice feature. But this thing has a minimal, as we mentioned, a minimal footprint. I mean, it takes up a small amount of space. I don't have the big tanks that are continuously, you know, they've got the pilot light, the little burner underneath, keeping that water hot. The other value add is that, you know, if you're taking a long shower, long bath, or whatever, with a tank water heater, a traditional old school tank water heater, often one could run out of hot water, especially if there was a tank water heater that was, you know, providing hot water to multiple bathrooms, you know, maybe the kitchen sink. It would be easy to start getting cold water because there's no hot water left in the tank. This tankless water heater doesn't have a tank. That's why it's called a tankless water heater. It heats the water on demand. There's little coils in there that keep it hot. So once that hot water's hit your faucet, which typically, depending upon the pipe, the length of the pipe, you know, somewhere, you know, 30, 45 seconds or so. Once that hot water has arrived at the shower head, once that hot water has arrived at the kitchen sink, the bathroom sink, etc., it remains hot until you turn it off. And then, like I said, once you turn it off, there's that 5 minute, by design with this, there's that 5 minute time frame where it'll keep the water hot in the scenario where someone's washing dishes, turning the faucet on and off repeatedly. It'll keep it hot for up to 5 minutes, and then it'll turn off. Why is that important? It's saving energy. This sucker is only consuming energy when your faucet is open with hot water. So it's a cost savings investment. It's you know, small profile. I'm not going to get into any sort of perceived medical concerns, but if you research on Google or wherever and you search for tank water heater Legionnaire's disease, start Googling that and see what comes up. I mean, there's some things about tank water heaters that are like, man, that sounds nasty. And like I said, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a politician, but I just wanted to throw that out there. So I really love, if you can't tell, I really love this Rheem Tankless water heater. Now, if my opinion ever changes, I'm going to post a video and speak the truth. I mean, nothing here on Irish Guys Adventure Channel is sugar-coated. I tell you how it is. I don't doctor things up. So if my opinion changes, you will be among the first to know. But this is exactly what I wanted in a tankless water heater. It's the exact unit that I wanted. And subscribe and check out my separate video where I explain step by step. It's about an hour-long video, how to affordably install a tankless water heater, how to affordably upgrade to a tankless water heater. Because within that video, I'm going to go into a lot of depth, how I'd size this unit for my residents, blah, blah, blah. It was very easy do-it-yourself project, and by doing a lot of that up front, I was able to minimize the installation cost of this. So I was able to do it super affordably. and obviously this tankless water heater and the battery backup that I have connected to it. Expand this video's description and then click the link there to find where to order those online. Because by buying it on my own, I was able to get exactly what I wanted, and then I just had to find the installer to install it professionally. So it's a great unit. Even when it runs, it makes a slight hum, very quiet, especially in a basement like this. I cannot hear it upstairs at all, so it's not loud at all. But it's a very, very low volume noise when it is heating the water. That's something to be aware of. But yeah, I mean, it's an incredible unit. The warranty that I got with it on paper from the hardware itself seems to be reasonable. Hopefully I'll never encounter an issue where I have to submit a warranty claim. But these are my initial impressions. I'm super happy, and I'm glad I didn't go with any other brand or any other model, because this has everything I need. It's got a sleek design. This is the natural gas version. It's vented, from my basement to the outdoors. It's got the integrated Wi-Fi, and it pairs without any sort of subscription charge, at least currently. You can hear it, its own. Hear how quiet that is? My wife turned the hot water on upstairs. It's very quiet. And you can see it's on because it's got a little flame icon right there. Let me zoom in on this sucker, let y'all see this. Okay, the flame icon went off, but when it was heating, oh, there it is, the flame icon right there beside the power icon. There's the power icon, then there's the little flame, which indicates that it's heating, and then there's the little Wi-Fi symbol, which indicates that it's Wi-Fi, connected to Wi-Fi, which it is, because that's how I control with EcoNet app. And then there's degrees Fahrenheit, which I use Fahrenheit. You could use Celsius if you wanted to, but I've got it set to 130, which is 130 degrees, excuse me, 130 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's how quiet this thing is. If you were concerned about the acoustic level of a tankless water heater, of this tankless water heater, it's very silent. I mean, you can hear it. Obviously, I heard it because I was standing beside it, and I said, yeah, there's hot water running. Do you want to hear it? So that's how quiet it is. So, I mean, it is super. I mean, I'm completely satisfied. One thing to mention, this is a condensing tankless water heater, so you need to make sure, and your plumber will be able to help you with this. I've actually got a sump pump over there where I've got the drain that goes into my sump pump. But, depending upon where you install this, if it's indoors or outdoors, I mean, a few things, it does have to be vented to the outside because it is natural gas, but you're also going to have that water outline to, because it's a condensing water, tankless water heater, so you need to make sure it can drain, whether that's into if you've got a sump pump in your basement, or if they route the drain line to the outdoors somehow, however that's configured. But super nice, and man, I'm so happy. But again, expand this video's description and then click the link there to find the tankless water heater like I use online. Word of caution, there are other units that do not have integrated Wi-Fi, but the one that I linked within this video's description does. And in my opinion, that's a must-have, because being able to monitor your water, monitor your gas, and then adjust the temperature by way of the app, currently without a subscription fee at the time of filming this video, that's a phenomenal value add. So it's worth a little bit extra, because not all tankless water heaters offer that option, and the ones that do, from my research, Rheem's EcoNet app is the best in class. So thanks for your viewership. Got questions, comment below. I'll try to answer them. If this video really helped, send me a super thanks. Not required, but if you choose to send me a super thanks, you can find that thanks button down below this video. And as a reminder, if you're shopping for the tankless water heater like I use, the battery backup like I use for it, because obviously if the power goes out, your tankless water heater would turn off even though it's gas. So you got to have a battery backup if there's a power outage, and then that way you can still have hot water during a power outage while your battery's live. Now I've got a generator also, but that's completely different next step. But thanks for your viewership, and good luck with your tankless water heater adventure. Y'all have a good day. Hey y'all, Irix Guy here. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please be sure to subscribe to my channel, and when you do, ring that bell icon to be notified whenever I post another video. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day.